contest. I didn't win though. So.
Aw.
Ryan wants a nickname. I'm gonna call you Earmuffs.
Why earmuffs?
I know, I call you Earmuffs.
Yeah. Just, it's his name now.
Yep.
Ryan, Earmuffs.
I'll give the
Milky wants a nickname.
it's a defensive egg. A large defensive egg. I'll let it go for another about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll roll a winner. So let's go back to the questions. Is there a plan to ever have a fresh new server or one outside of Congregate?
We actually were planning to do this for the mobile release. We were going to separate the two, and we thought long and hard on it, and really it came down to the fact that we didn't want to split the community. The community and people that play together in our game is a very, very big part of why the game is fun for people, and we didn't want to split the people from playing in 2 different servers. It could ultimately kill one of the servers, or it could just make the game not fun anymore because one of your friends goes to another server and you feel like you have to go join them, so. So we've talked about it a lot, and we almost did it, but we ended up not doing it because we didn't want to split the community.
Alright, next question. In Trials and Gauntlets, does the single doubloon drop as often as a single hyper shard does?
Sorry, let me look at this question real quick.
Well, the answer's...
Okay, in Trials and Gauntlets, no, the doubloons drop far more often than a hyper shard. Now, that is slightly skewed since we buffed the hyper shard drop rate, but still, you're going to get a lot more doubloons than you would have ever gotten hyper shards, even with the current drop rate.
I know it can seem really skewed, and there's been a lot of people thinking that doubloons drop at the same rate of hyper shards, but yeah, they don't.
It's a lot higher.
Next question is, how do the daily and player bonuses work? I guess the wiki is rather confusing to some players, and clarification would be helpful.
This one's a hard one to explain, but basically, all the bonuses in the game are additive to up until you enter like dungeons and stuff. So if I have a 50% bonus on my scroll, and then there's a 50% bonus on the daily thing, that's 100%. So those numbers always get added together. If it was, it doesn't exist. But let's say there's a 200% scroll, and then there's a 50% bonus going on that day. My bonus is now 250%. It's not multiplicative. But the bonus is when you enter dungeons, you know how it says increased item find by 300% or something. Those are multiplicative. So those will take that 250% and multiply it by basically 3. So those ones actually scale it much higher than normal. But all the bonuses outside of the dungeon bonuses are additive.
That one is such a confusing explanation in voice.
Yes. That one it is a confusing one because it's all math and numbers and stuff like that. So I'm sure it was confusing how I explained it. I think one of these days we need to just write up a document on how it works and post it on the forum so people can actually like read and understand exactly what's going on.
All right. So this is one that I've been seeing a lot, especially after we did the Illyria cosmetic stuff, but is there a possibility of combining the bow and crossbow cosmetics? Because there's been a lot of flack about the fact that crossbows don't get as much cosmetics. I understand that they're technically two different weapon types, but...
I actually answered this earlier,
okay.
But I forgot it was a question here. But yeah, we want to combine them. We've been wanting to, but as I said earlier, they're 2 completely different sets of animations, and so that's where the complication comes in with the tech. So we still want to do it. It's just not as simple as flipping a switch. There's a lot more work involved.
Yeah, the bow animation would be on the crossbow, or the crossbow animation would be on the bow, and it would look weird, and the game wouldn't look polished. So I think a good solve is just for me to make sure we have more crossbows and more bows, and give them some love for now until we come up with a good solution.
Next question is something else I've seen a lot, especially as suggestions from people, but I guess this is kind of towards Mokolok, but do we ever plan on adding some kind of a diminishing return system for any part of the game, whether it's the shop or otherwise?
I don't think so. I don't feel like there's ever been a need for anything like that. I wonder if there was anything specific they were relating that question to, but I don't think so. Unless you guys can think of something, I don't think so.
Just like for the people that feel gypped when they buy a lot of boxes and the RNG is the same every single time, so...
Oh, I see. I guess I thought diminishing return was like you're getting less experience per battle or something like that. But I see. If you're asking for like if you're getting really unlucky, does your luck get better the more unlucky you get? I think is probably the question, something like that. We've actually talked about it, and we've almost done it a few times, but it's not only is it complicated, but it's a tricky situation. We have talked about it, but as of right now, we don't plan on doing anything like that. I guess is the short answer.
We are getting some questions about who did the music in our game, and it's a lovely gentleman by the name of Ashton Morris. I'll put his website in the in the chat, and his music is awesome.
He's such a super nice guy too. I actually got to meet him in person once, and yeah, he's super friendly and super awesome, and he's like such a great musician. I love all the stuff that he comes up with for the game.
Yeah, Ashton's done a few tracks for us recently. He did the Guild Hall for us. He did the new Pirate Raid soundtrack. There was also another dungeon track that we added with the new content. So he actually has been making more for us, and he probably will in the future as well.
Can Jeb, can you put a link in there? I got botted, so I can't even talk. So.
I just saw that. Yeah, one of the mods unbot or unmuted you or whatever. Put it in Discord real quick.
Part of my job is to make sure that the game feels complete and feels like it's a whole complete package. So a lot of the times when we start with the music, I'll give him a pretty basic idea of what we want, like the guild hall or the pirate ship, and then he just goes and he's insanely talented and puts it together. And there isn't much back and forth with him. He pretty much nails it. So it's really great working with him. And Jeb will post his link. You guys can check it out.
I've seen a few questions about the zombie schematics. The zombie invasion will come back at some point. Whether it's 1 month or 2 months or 3 months away, it's questionable. But yeah, you'll get another chance at them at some point.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close down that contest. So if you haven't entered yet, go ahead and do so. I'll give you about 30 seconds.
Oh, I entered.
As for the next question, do you plan on doing any themed events in the future, such as events for Halloween's, Christmas, April Fools, etc.?
Oh, Sean loves these. Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, we are. I don't like doing them, but we'll do them.
Yeah, I think for the big holidays, we probably most likely will. There's no guarantee. I'm not going to say yes for any of them, but we do like doing them.
All right.
I don't. They do.
Rolling for the winner now. All right, Crit Bots. You won the giveaway.
I tried really hard to win.
Wow.
Disappointing.
So rigged.
Yeah.
Wow. There should be a pity system on this RNG because I feel kind of gypped.
I'm gonna put that in my little form here.